First thing I'd like to say was we had a bit of a holiday last week, and that was nice. But we're back on it this week. But it's been so hot here, we're sweltering in the studio. It's been like 39 degrees here today. So we're all feeling a bit warm and a bit fractious. Anyway, I wanted to do this video about some of the acoustic guitars I have. What you see in front of you now is the Godin Tele 6. A guy called Trevor bought this back from Canada for me. It's a Godin with the LR bags, EQ and volume control here. Normally I'd have it plugged in for you so you can hear how great it sounds acoustically, but electrically acoustically. And but we just went to change the batteries on it, and one of the cables off the battery connector popped off, so that's going to be a solder job. So what I'll do is later on I'll do a full video with this guitar, because it really is something special. And the other thing is it's for sale, so if anyone wants to buy it after this, send me a DM message on my Instagram, Dave Lamb and Scuta Blues Instagram.
I'll put the link on it.
Alex will put the link on it.
I'll put the link on it.
So yeah, so I'll just play a little bit for you, and I think that I use this when I'm wanting a different sounding acoustic mixed with the other one, the Fender. Sounds great in mixes, and that's what most of my acoustics are for, is for building up layers of acoustic guitar on a track. Sometimes I just mic it like this, because you don't, a lot of the time you just need that cut. So that's what this does. The reason that I first got it was I was working with a country band whose name escapes me. I asked Steve Warner about it because he was in it with me and he can't remember either. So I think I got a photo somewhere, but I'll use it in the next video with this, because I did have a look for it and I can't find it. It's a big one. Anyway, big photo that is, like this. So it shouldn't be hard to lose, but I've lost it. Anyway, yeah, the story was that I was playing Telecaster all night in this country band, and then the first two numbers of the second half would be just me and the singer. I had to do a finger picking thing. And after at that time I was using the Fender on stage, and I think I also used an Epiphone J200 for a while, but the string spacing is different. And after playing the first set, even with the break, I was really struggling to hit the notes. It was just a duo thing, really important that I hit all the notes clean, and I found it really difficult to do it. So I got Trevor to buy me this, Trevor to get me this in Canada. And because you couldn't get them in England then, you could get one called the Acoustic 6, but it was slightly different. I'll show you why in the next video on this guitar. But this is exactly the same dimensions as the Tele, same scale length and same finger spacing, string spacing here, so your fingers don't miss the strings. And so I bought this for 2 songs. So that was an extravagance I could have done without, but I still have it. But I haven't played it for, I just took it out of the case, and I haven't played it for 3 years. So I guess if that's the case, apart from the odd studio thing, you know, I think it can go. So if you want to make me an offer on it, feel free. So, this is the next one in the acoustic section. This is my Harley Benton resonator. I bought it just because I'd never had one, and I wanted to try it out. And after a bit of messing around with the saddle, bridge saddle under here, we got it to play in tune. And I did that with my friend Tiago down at Dead Guitar Works. And we stuck a P90 in here. So when it's amplified, it's got a bit of attitude. And it's got a lovely action. Very, very low. Doesn't buzz. Got quite heavy strings on it. Can't remember the gauge, but they're quite heavy. I'm not going to amplify anything up today. I'm just going to play everything acoustically. It's too bloody hot. Yeah, so the action's a little bit low for slide. Sometimes I touch a fret when I'm playing slide. I bought a glass slide, but I don't really get any feel out of it. So still using a metal slide on this. Or sometimes this great big bar of brass. But it's probably going to sound like shit now, but it did. This one's just too heavy. And it's very hard to control, but normally I if I'm going to use it, I put the guitar flat and play from here, which is not so bad. I'm not going to do it now and embarrass myself, so I really need a bit lighter slide. Alex has got my best slide.
Yeah, I did.
He got my chrome slide. Anyway, a solid bar of chrome. This is just, I don't very often play it live. We had a lot of problems with feedback in the little room where I do my concerts, and although we've tried all sorts of things like the old saxophone mic, condenser mic on here, everything's a bit too lively and the guitar's really lively. It just makes a crazy loud sound. Great when you go to a jam. Like you go to an acoustic jam, and you can certainly be heard when you're there.
Yeah.
And I really like it. I've used it for a lead on a couple of tracks. It's on my new album coming out soon. You won't be able to buy it because it's just a giveaway. My vinyl album is coming soon. So not really much more to say about it. It did feature in the guitars I painted. Obviously, Harley Benton's going to approach me and ask me if I can paint all their guitars, and I'll say no. But yeah, it's just great, this guitar. I'll play a little bit of something for you, and that'll do it for this one. Right, the story of this one is that when my studio flooded in 2002, 2003, the winter, and I just had had enough of music and enough of everything then. It was the last thing in a series of catastrophes over maybe 3 years. And I just decided to go sailing. Just go sailing, don't play music, don't play anything. But I thought I might need a guitar at some point. So I went and bought this thing. It's called a Playmate. Not my idea of a Playmate, but it's a half scale, I think, or 3/4. I can't remember. 3/4.
Maybe 3/4, yeah.
Yeah. So a bit bigger than the ukulele and a bit smaller than the guitar. And I bought it because it would fit on my boat. I didn't need anything expensive going rotten in the sea air, and I thought this would be fine. And I put it on the boat. I never ever did play it on the boat. But when I came to Portugal, I thought, well, I had a small space left in the van, and this just fitted in, so I chucked it in.
Yeah.
And now I use it in Nashville tuning. So those that don't know about Nashville tuning, all you do is you take off your bottom 3 strings, normal strings, you replace them with the top 3 of another set, but you tune them exactly the same. So this is still an E, an A and a D, just an octave above where they should be. And then when you want to make this big layering of acoustic guitars on a track, if you're doing country music, you need the number of tracks to make maybe 5 or 6 of them sitting, but they sit very, very low in the mix, but they provide a whole lot of stability to your track. And it gives you the advantage of dropping just 1 or 2 of those to change the whole feel of the song. You hardly notice it in the final mix, but you know there's a difference and a change in a feel. So it's almost like a mandolin sound. And if you play it right up here, you can get that. Oh, I just got the start to Lola. Lola by the Kinks. First time I've ever played it in this key. Anyway, so this fits in with all the others and just adds a bit of brightness and top to everything. It stops things muddying. You know, you don't have to put much EQ on it when it's on the desk. It does it itself. The D is always the hard one. But these strings aren't new, and they need to be changed. It's a while since this has been out the bag. Yeah, and it's a really hot day and everything's moving. So the strings everything is suffering a little bit tonight from a tuning problem, but that's because my studio is not air conditioned. Okay, so that's my 3 acoustic guitars I'm going to share with you this week. Hope you enjoy it. The Red Lion Jam has finished its series. Hope you all enjoyed that. By the numbers, they've been very popular. We'll be delving into next week edition 2 of the All Stars Blues Band, where Dr. James leaves and Dr. Bob starts, moves from drums to vocals. And there's also some news of an all-girl band called Something's Up. So watch out for that one.
That's it.